Going into this finals, I feel like there are a lot of variables that these two teams share that can decide the outcome of the series. One being health. Marcus Smart and Rob Williams have been in and out of the playoffs in and out of the lineup the whole playoffs because they've been dealing with injuries. I kind of give Rob Williams a little pass because he did come back super quick from a torn meniscus, but even Marcus Smart has been dealing with shoulder injuries, ankle injuries, all that other stuff, and he's actually he played one game, missed another game, and it's been weird. He's been on the injury report for like a couple weeks, but he's been playing a lot of games, so I'm kind of confused with that. Otto Porter, Andre Iguodala, and Gary Payton have been out with injuries. I don't think Andre Iguodala played this whole playoffs. I know that Gary Payton was gone after that Game 2 foul from Dillon Brooks. He's been gone ever since then. And I know Otto Porter, he got hurt in the Mavericks series. And then another variable we could say that they both share is they have two stars that tend to disappear sometimes. One game you're thinking, where's Klay at? Then the next game, he is 5 threes in the first half. One game we're thinking, Jayson Tatum, what are you doing? Then the next game, he has 30 points in the first half. Are we going to ever get them consistently playing good every single game? They both have two stars that go missing and then come back out of nowhere and just go crazy. They have to be consistent this whole series. They have to. And they both share that, man. They both have two stars that just sometimes they chill and sometimes they're unstoppable. There's other X factors, but when we narrow it down, I feel like there are two major factors that are going to impact this series. So let's talk about it. For the Warriors, their major X factor is Jordan Poole. I talked about this in my last video, but I wanted to break it down a little bit more. Now we know what Jordan Poole brings on the offensive side. Super loose, shifty guy who can play make. And I expect him to have big moments on this series. I just hope that he attacks the rim a lot more instead of shooting a lot of boneheaded threes, because that's what they're going to need. They're going to need to get those guys in foul trouble, and I feel like other than Steph, he is the best at attacking the rim. So I hope he does that. But that's not my focus when it comes to JP. What I'm more focused on is JP has to be on defense. Not on as far as locking down, but he has to be locked in. I saw a thing in the Mavs series that it kind of scared me, and for a player that for a person that loves Jordan Poole, he's one of my favorite players, it kind of pissed me off. When watching the Warriors, a lot of people tend to hunt out Steph Curry, which makes sense. Steph Curry is a smaller guy, and he's the star, so you kind of want to get him tired. You kind of want to attack him because he's smaller. But the thing I love about Steph Curry is he's never afraid to switch. Never at all. He'll hedge it a little bit, but if they can't switch, if the other defender can't get back to their man, he'll switch in a heartbeat. He'll never be afraid to switch. They do the same thing with Jordan Poole. They hunt out Jordan Poole a lot. This motherfucker is afraid to switch every single time. He's frightened to switch. Last series, yes, you're playing Luka, and I understand, one of the best of all time. I'd be scared to switch on him too. That's not my point. Jordan Poole was so scared to switch on to Spencer Dinwiddie and Jalen Brunson, guys that are his size, guys that are not predictable, but like Spencer Dinwiddie, all he's going to do is just dribble in front of you. Just stay flat-footed. He's going to dribble in front of you. If he tries it, he only goes right. That's all. I'm not saying making it sounds so easy, but like from what I see, that's all I really have to do. Jalen Brunson, he's even harder, but being afraid to switch has caused the Warriors so much trouble, especially when Jordan Poole is on the floor, because as soon as you're afraid to switch and you try to go back to your man and the other defender doesn't know that leaves a wide open lane, or that leaves a wide open score and a wide open shot. And he tends to let that go a lot. Like, I'm going to show you a couple clips right now. Now, right here, he's on a Spencer Dinwiddie. He looks locked in. And good defensive stance, I guess. So, what's going to happen is Jalen Brunson is going to come get the ball, and they're going to switch. This is Moses Moody. This is not a vet. So, you got to talk to him. He's not going to do it off of instinct because he's not there yet. So, you got to talk to him. They set the screen. Look at him. Scared to switch. Scared to switch. You're going to have to guard either one. Either one, the Mavericks are considering a mismatch. If you switch, he's going to. If you don't switch, he's going to pass it right back to Spencer Dinwiddie because they're attacking you this whole time. You have to switch right here. Now imagine Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown. What is he going to do? What is he going to do? He can't be afraid to switch. Wide open lane, Jalen Brunson, easy lay. You can't let that up. Right here, same thing. Jalen Brunson calling for the switch. Calling for the pick. He gets the pick. Now look, square up at that point. Square up at that point. If you're gonna hedge out that far, square up at least at that point. And then you run back. You run back first. This is like really dumb. You run back and you get in Klay Thompson's way. Now he has to catch up to that fast motherfucker. Yes, you recovered pretty well. I'm not gonna lie, you recovered pretty well. Made him shoot a tough shot. But again, an open lane. An open lane. If he had his head up, or if he was this is Luka. This is a pass to Frank Ntilikina off the bat. If this is Jayson Tatum or Jaylen Brown, this is a pass to Derek White or Grant Williams already, because you don't want to switch. You have to switch this. It might not be in the Warriors scheme. If you don't switch, at least play it a little better. Like, you're gonna run in front of Klay Thompson. Now he has to catch up to him. Luckily, you got a 6'1" Jalen Brunson who can't make that pass, so he has to force a shot. He misses the shot, but that's just terrible defense. That's terrible defense, man. And he can't let that happen this series. Now, I don't know why, but for some reason, I can only find 2 clips. This happened a lot of times this series, so I was kind of confused why I only found 2 clips. But yeah, he has to be able to give more effort on defense. And when it comes to guys like Marcus Smart, Peyton Pritchard, Derek White, hell, even at times Jaylen Brown, JP has to be willing to guard them. Because you've seen, I only showed you 2, yeah, but multiple situations could happen. Like in that last one, like I said, if that's Luka, that pass to the corner to Frank Ntilikina. If that's Jayson Tatum, who's shown he's a great passer, he's a good passer now, not great. He's a good passer now. That pass is to who? Grant Williams in the corner, who hit 7 threes in Game 7 in the corner the whole time. So situational stuff like that, he has to be willing to guard guys like that, because it creates so much stuff for the other team, and it puts the defense at a disadvantage because you have to switch. The communication might not be there, and you're leaving a wide open shot. So that's a major X factor for the Warriors, is his defense. He has to be locked in. For the Celtics, I think this is kind of like what I said earlier. I think they go as far as where Jayson Tatum puts them. Is what I mean by that. If he's playing consistent, having dominant games for all 7 games, if they go all 7, then I think they can win this series, and I think they will win this series. I think he has the potential to have a really great finals. Yes, we got on Andrew Wiggins, guys like Otto Porter, Andre Iguodala's coming back. That might have some time on him, but I feel like these are the least defensive matchups that he's had. And what I mean by that is these are probably the worst defenders that he's been guarded by. You can give an argument that Andrew Wiggins is better than Wesley Matthews, and I'll say, yeah, you're right about that. But P.J. Tucker, oh, never mind, I'm tripping. He played the Nets. I can't even say that, but still, I think Wiz can dominate. I mean, not Wiz. I think Jayson Tatum can dominate this series, not just as far as scoring, but as far as playmaking. He showed me a lot. He showed me a lot this series. I have this Devin Booker, Jayson Tatum debate on Twitter like every week in this community that I'm in on Twitter. And the thing that I always like to use in that debate is Devin Booker is just a superior playmaker over Jayson Tatum. I feel like they're even scores. Jayson Tatum got him beat on defense, but Devin Booker is way above him as far as playmaking. I cannot say that no more. He's still better, but Jayson Tatum is a good playmaker, man. He's a good playmaker. And I give that credit to Ime Udoka. He's making a lot of plays that was always there, but that he just never seemed to make. And I don't know if that's him getting coached by Ime Udoka or him just watching film more, knowing what people are going to be when he does the stuff that he does. But he has been elite when it comes to playmaking. And if we get this Jayson Tatum, who's just all-around dominant playmaking, scoring, defending, I don't think the Warriors can stop it. I don't at all. And I will damn near have them winning in like 5 or 6 if we get that. So that's it, man. I know this was kind of little to compare to the Jordan Poole one. I didn't break it down, but like I think it's just that simple. I think if we get a dominant Jayson Tatum, they win. That's it. That's all I feel. If they get a dominant Jayson Tatum, I don't see nothing happen. I don't see nothing stopping them. Steph Curry can be who he is. Jordan Poole can be who he is. If we get this motherfucker being dominant, it's over.